What's going on, guys? So I'm coming back at you again with another custom vehicle video. Today we're going to be taking on the G.I. Joe Awe Striker Dune Buggy and giving it a little JP makeover. Now, this is a nice Dune Buggy, fits in great with the 1/18 scale Mattel figures, so it's the perfect vehicle for a customization project. And I was kind of feeling Bush Devil Tracker vibe with this thing, so we're going to go classic JP Jeep colors, gray and red. So starting off, first I need to prep the surface of this model. And I'm taking some fine grit sandpaper and going over the surface just to scuff it up a little bit. That'll give the paint something to grab onto. And you just want to make sure you go over all the areas that you're going to paint very lightly. You don't want to ruin it, but you just want to scuff it up a little bit. And then another extra step here is going to be doing a nice clear coat of matte Mod Podge. That's really going to add an extra layer of grit for that paint to sink its teeth into. So jumping over to the tires real quick, I have these things masked off with blue painter's tape, and then I took my X-Acto knife and just sort of cut out the little rim area where the red rims are going to be with an X-Acto knife. That way I don't get any overspray on them. And the color red that I'm going to be using is Krylon Fusion Matte Fire Red for the rims and all the red parts on the vehicle. And I'll just bring you over here to the paint station real quick, and you can see that I have all 4 of the tires already painted and a couple coats on there, and they are dry and ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and blast the rest of the red parts here with that spray paint. This is the roll bar and the engine housing area, the engine cover that goes over the back of the Dune Buggy, and I have the chassis and everything like that also painted in red. You can see here everything is cured and ready to go. So I have the cannon that goes on top painted with Tamiya gray surface primer. That's going to be the primary color of it. Same with the brush guard on the front here, also painted in gray, and we'll weather those later. So the chassis is painted in red, but it's going to be a primary gray chassis. I just wanted to paint it red first, that way I can mask it off like this right here, and I can keep that red dashboard area covered, and then the little things in the back that the roll bar clicks into. But now I'm going to spray paint this thing the gray color with that surface primer here. And that's going to be the primary body color for this thing. And I'll show you, we can peel the tape off and we'll expose that really cool looking crisp red dashboard. So I have everything put together, and now it's time for my favorite part of customizing any vehicle, and that is weathering it. So I've got a black wash in my airbrush, and I'm sort of spraying it down into some of the little nooks and crannies and bolt areas and stuff like that, and then wiping it away with a paper towel. Of course, you can also do this with a paintbrush. You can just get some of that wash on the paintbrush, wash it and scrub it into some of these areas, and then wipe a majority of it away with the paper towel. You can blot it. You can use sponges, Q-tips, whatever you want to use to make it look dirty. Now I'm going to jump in with some aluminum paint, and I'm going to dry brush some of the raised areas, some of the edges, places where there may be paint chipping off and that just has some, it's worn out over time. It really just sort of enhances that grimy, worn out, weathered kind of vibe. So now we're going to throw in some decals, and I have this decal sticker sheet from a Batman playset that I did not put on the playset, and for the specific reason of actually using these caution stickers here for this particular project. And I'm going to take them and just sort of put them on the vehicle. I got one of the caution symbols here on the back part of the engine cover, and then I've got one of the strips. They actually fit perfectly on the little runner boards down here on the Jeep. And of course, no Jurassic Park vehicle would be complete without Jurassic Park logos, and for that we're using Bad Mother Tattoos and Customs off of eBay. They sell excellent high quality laser ink, water slide decals like Jurassic World, and they have Jurassic Park right here. I picked up a couple of sheets of these. They are relatively inexpensive, I think about $8 a sheet. So I will leave a link down below in the description box if you guys want to grab some for your customs. The link will be there. Go get them while they're hot. They're pretty easy to apply. You just cut out as much as you can and then stick it in water, and then use some tweezers to kind of get it placed where you want it. Use a paintbrush to kind of absorb some of the water and get it out of the way, and then I use a heat gun to dry the water off to get it to stick to the surface, and then seal it up with a little bit of matte varnish to lock it in there to take that shine away a little bit, because they are kind of shiny at first. But now that the logo is done, it's time to go in for my second favorite thing, and that's putting dirt on the vehicle. So I've just got basic cheap brown acrylic paint, dirt color, mud color, whatever you want to use, and taking a junk brush and just squishing it all down into all the little tread areas and everything like that, wiping most of it away and leaving it down in there. Put some paint on the paintbrush and then use my airbrush to blow and splatter mud and gunk all over the sides. Really dirty this thing up. And then that is pretty much it. Let the paint dry and then pop some figures in here. And this bad boy is done and ready to rock and roll on Isla Nublar and round up some dinos. So guys, I appreciate you all sticking around and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. You got something out of it. If you did, remember to tag me over on Instagram at Ted Brothers. If you do decide to customize some vehicles JP style, I would love to see what you guys can come up with. For more Jurassic Park related content, you guys know where to find me. Links will be in the description box below. You guys take care, and I will see you in the next video.